There's a difference between this and this. Let me explain. I didn't like that intro. There's a difference between this and this. Let me explain.
Just to tell him to turn that phone off.
Today, I just decided that we're going to talk about the effect of eyes in portrait photos. And the reason I use Shane Dawson is because I've been watching his conspiracy videos, really, especially that flat earth one. I think I believe it. It's his face expression that like, okay, look at this photo, how he's like very close to the camera and like his eyes are looking deep down the lens, and it gives this strong feeling of when you look at it, it's just interesting. It's more it connects with you and it conveys like a feeling. What eyes do in a photo? So eyes would be a source or the connection to a person's soul, as they say. But for me, it gives more of the feel to the photo. It's like confrontational. No! Is that a correct word? It is, I think. English. The other thing in photos that give the effect or the feel to the photo, other than the eyes, is the lips. So how you see how when people smile, or they have a serious face, or they have like a face that shows a certain mood or feeling, like a happy or sad, or any type of feeling that would interest you to look at a photo and be like, oh, this person is feeling this way, and it just doubles up with the eyes. Actually, triples up. That's two. I just wanted to talk about some of my photos that I've taken before, and in no shape, way, or form, I've asked any of the models that we shot with that they needed to look in the camera, or they needed to have some more eye action. That's a funny word. Like they opened their eyes way too much, or we didn't do that. It was just all natural. Like I didn't ask them to do anything. We were just shooting. So the first photo is with a model that I did about 2 weeks ago, and I also did a video for it. I'll put the link here. So she was actually a professional model, and she was really good at modeling, and I didn't have to do much to guide her or tell her to pose in different ways. It was really good. I just had to control the camera and make sure that I got everything sharp. So we're just gonna look at some of her photos that I've taken, and I also put her Instagram link here so you can check her out. For example, this photo, she's looking to the side and it's kind of moody, and then this photo, she's looking in the camera to the lens, and you see how much of a difference it makes when the subject that you're shooting, being a person looking in the camera, it's so much stronger, and the eyes of the viewer just goes straight to the eyes of the subject, or in this case, the model. I think I'm using this wrong. You remember that Joey scene from Friends? Or this photo that we shot for Frank Lloyd, this brand that makes custom-made suits. These photos are basically, we just shot as like a campaign for them when they were here. We're not really trying to take portraits as much as just to show the quality and the fabrics that they use and the clothes that they are able to make. So it wasn't really a portrait shoot, it was basically like a clothing line shoot. Some of the photos that you're looking at here is really good in case we want to use it as a portrait shoot. brand. But then if you want to shoot it as a portrait shoot, I don't know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if it was a portrait shoot and we were not focused on the clothes, it would still make sense for these photos for you to look at and still feel a certain way. So this photo, he's looking away, and they're like very similar poses, some of them, and this photo in the same location, almost the same pose, but he's looking in the camera. He's looking like through the photo at the viewer, which is, you get it. When you look at these back to back that are super close poses and with the same location or the same backdrop or background, it really makes sense. So this is a suggestion that I'd make. And also when it comes to portrait shoots, it's important that you convey the feeling that you want in the photo. So if a model is like, we're trying to capture like, oh, she's like super cool, or she's super like fashionable, or whatever you're trying to convey that feeling, you need to make sure that her poses are correct. You need to make sure where her eyes are at. And one of the things for me, and this is just an opinion, when a model is looking at the camera but she's wearing sunglasses, it's a very strange feeling when you look at a model and she's wearing sunglasses and she's looking at the barrel of the lens. A sense of security, I feel. Look at these photos. This is one of my friends. She has a fashion blog. She came to shoot with me one day, very short, and that's why there wasn't a video on it. So you can see these photos, and it gives a different feeling. Now, the edit of the photos also have a big impact on how the photo look. So if it's a really sharp photo, like the guy with the suits for Frank Lloyd, that's like a very strong edit. The clarity is high, the contrast is high, there is less shadow and less highlights. We want to show the pattern of the suits. We want to show how good the quality is, and it was super nice. Like, I touched it. We also did a shoot for a magazine a few weeks back. I'm not gonna talk about the magazine because in case it doesn't come out, or I don't know. I haven't gotten a response yet, but they haven't emailed me back about the photos yet. So I'm not gonna name the magazine in case it doesn't come out and I look stupid. But we did a shoot for this magazine that they had this restaurant that they wanted to promote. The same thing. We want to talk about the pose, and if the person or the subject is looking at the lens or is looking outside the frame. So the first photo you're gonna see is he's not looking in the frame. He's looking outside. He's looking outside the frame, and he's not giving that much of emotion. Like, he's very strong. It's a very strong photo. He almost looks angry, and that's what I asked him. I was like, can you please be angry? He did a good job of being angry. And he must have experienced, right? And the other photo that you're gonna see is him, the same pose, same location, same backdrop, just looking at the camera, looking at the lens when I was shooting him, and you see how much of a difference it makes. So I just wanted to show you some of the photos that I've taken and see which one you would rather your portraits look like. So it's just an opinion at the end of the day, because photography is an art form, but it's always good to know what kind of feelings you're portraying. So it's always interesting to be able to portray different types of feelings or convey different types of feelings. The next thing I want to talk about is the expression of the face. The expression of the face is, well, again, it's all about the feeling of the photo and what sort of feeling it gives you as a viewer when you look at it. So make sure that when you're taking the photos, you tell the model what you want. You want a happy look, you want a strong look, you want a dramatic or a darker type of photo. And again, I usually try to shoot natural, like I don't shoot studio. Like I don't really like shooting at in the studio because it just feels a little I don't know, it's not the best. I feel like I take much better photos when I'm outside with like normal lights. Most of these photos that you looked at, or maybe all of them, yes, all of them were taken on the 50mm 1.8, so we can get some sort of a good blurry background and have all the attention and attraction towards the model or the person we were shooting. When we were shooting with the suits, we wanted to give this strong look, a very masculine look. When we were shooting with the girl from the fashion blog, we were trying to shoot and show how she was confident, and she had like a cool, she had nice style, she was stylish. When we were shooting with the restaurant, we were shooting with the magazine, they wanted a strong, very masculine look of the model and I'm sorry, of the chef. The photos you looked at was the chef. I'm sorry if I didn't say that. So they wanted a very masculine, very strong look of the chef, and I've been researching because I've never shot a chef before in his or her own like environment. So I had to do some research, look at some other photos, and then honestly, I like some of them that were in action, but we didn't have time to do those. Like there is some of the chefs that they're I don't know, you know, there's like flour and they're just like going everywhere, the LeBron James thing. So we didn't have time to do that because they were about to open the restaurant and they had bookings, like the restaurant was fully booked. Alright, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to talk about. You guys have a good day. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and check out the people that I mentioned in the video. And I hope you guys enjoy the B-roll. I'm gonna try and do more. It's just like a more of a sit-down video rather than, you know, a lot of storytelling. I just wanted to get this out and let you be the judge of how my photos look, and then maybe get like a better understanding of what you want in like one of your future shoots. All right, have a good day.